Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Texas Church Drill Team Coalition live feed, where we're going to be talking about our teen event, you know the drill, on June the 25th. So to give you brief history about Texas Church Drill Team Coalition, we formed on March the 1st in 2022. Our objective is to reach, restore, recruit, and rebuild, and retain the drill team ministry. The drill team ministry is not dead, and it's not because I said so. Yeah, okay. So if you have any questions about that, certainly you can hit us on our Facebook page. We encourage you to like our Facebook page. Also follow us on Instagram at TCDTC2022. Also, again, we got a YouTube channel, so we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can get our numbers up. So we definitely want to encourage everyone to follow us on all the social media pages, outlets, however you want to look at it. We there. We have boosted our social media presence, but again, the goal for us is to rebuild the drill team ministry. And so in order for us to do that, we came up with the idea of the concept. We birthed the concept to have our first major event on June the 25th, a major event on June the 25th. So if you are a youth ministry, youth director, pastors, anybody that's interested in starting a drill team, whether you had a drill team, you know someone that had a drill team, a church that wants to find out the best practices, how to maintain a drill team. Maybe a church had a drill team and it's not in existence anymore. You want to restart it. We have all of those assets available to you to help you get it back up and running. Also, what we're doing Saturday has never been done. So we have some major artists coming out to perform, to minister, to bless these kids, because it's all about the kids. It's all about restoring the kids. So Danny was instrumental in getting all of the artists there. And wait a minute, let me say this. All of y'all who see this live feed, support local artists.
Yeah, most definitely.
Period. You know, stop. I understand you like Ye and all the rest of these dudes, but these dudes not gonna come to your event.
Yeah.
You can follow them. They got 1 million followers on Instagram. They don't even know your name, and they're not trying to know your name. The only thing they want you to do is buy their music.
That's right.
But so I'm encouraging everybody, support local artists, and not only that, I'm gonna go one step further. Support local gospel hip hop. Is that the right word?
Gospel Christian rap artists.
Christian rap artists. We realize that the music is how we're going to reach these teens. The fashion and music is how we're going to reach them. That's so right. We're not going to have no fashion show at the event, but we're going to definitely have some hard hitters. We got some music coming. So Danny's here. Tell us about yourself. Tell us how you got started and all that go.
Well, I'm D-Boy 504, originally known as Danny Cook. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I came to Houston by way of Hurricane Katrina. While I was in New Orleans, I attended the Pleasant Valley Missionary Baptist Church, PMBBC, and
Go ahead. Now, so you going?
Yeah, PMBC, and I was on the drill team. I believe I started at around 15 years old, and I learned the fundamentals of the books of the Bible, basic drill, you name it, we did it all, and it was a lot of things that I wanted to do, but through drill team, I wasn't allowed to do because of the disciplines and everything that was learned and that was taught and that we were held to. And after Hurricane Katrina, the desire was still in me. You know, pre-Katrina, I was still marching. In 2005, I was still marching. And I was somewhere like around 28, 29, 30 years old. So that whole concept about, oh, you too old to march, if I had the opportunity to march right now, I'd do something. I'll bust a move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I came to Houston, I had the opportunity to get with the infamous St. Agnes drill team, where I served as a trainer for, I think, 1 or 2 years under the Honorable Oscar Alexis, bless his soul. And from there, I ventured off into working with the Windsor Village drill team, where I was under Brother Valkey Winters, and I'm still working with the drill team, but we all know COVID kind of like, knocked that off a little bit. But as far as the music is concerned, I started rapping in 2007, And the reason I started rapping was because I was introduced to Christian rap in New Orleans. I had a friend that gave me a CD to the rap duo called the Ziglag Boys. So I listened to that and I was like, hold up. I say, this is the type of beat that everybody want to listen to, but at the same time, they edifying Christ. So I thought that was like pretty dope. So I was like, I want to, listen to this. So at the moment I listened to it, I would turn up my music. I had all kind of sound. So I went from playing Lil Wayne, Hot Boys, Master P and everything to playing the Ziglag Boys, because I'm like, I finally found something that has the same type of beat, but at the same time, edify Christ,
right.
So lo and behold, listening to that, getting it in my spirit, getting positive music in my spirit, I didn't understand at that time what it was doing to me. Mm-hmm. I liked the beat. I learned the songs and I started, rapping the songs or whatever. But to kind of speed things up, I started going to Christian rap events similar to what we're going to have here on June 25th to kind of encourage the drill team members to keep pushing, because drill team ain't dead.
No,
it ain't dead. But I started going to Christian rap events, and I met people like Trey 9.
Shout out to Trey. What's up, Trey?
Vine Wine.
What's up, Vaughn?
I met people like 007.
Right.
I met people like Gifted the Flamethrower, Mercy, who's going to be on this event, and Free, and all kind of people, Zeta. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And I would talk to these people after the shows, and then I would buy their CDs up, and I would go home and learn all these songs, and I was doing this simultaneously while I was on a drill team and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, man, life is beautiful right now. I got the drill team going on. I know all these Christian rappers. So eventually I end up getting in a relationship where I eventually married a Christian rapper.
Okay.
And I said, okay, Lord, I said, how can I help her be great? How can I help her in this Christian rap game? And so she told me that I can, just make beats for her. I was horrible at making beats.
Okay.
So I tried my best to get on this program and make beats and everything like that. But, the beats I made, she didn't like. Right. She was like, she wanted those industry beats, but at that time I wasn't, equipped enough or skilled enough to make those type of beats. But to make a long story short, she basically, God started dealing with me right there with Christian rap, with those beats that I made. And I would make the beats, and I had like 10 or 12 of them, but they weren't good enough for that particular person. So God was telling me, don't let the gift I gave you go to waste. So I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, what? What you mean? Like, don't let the gift you gave me go to waste. So I started searching it out and seeking it out and trying to see what that was. So I remember one day I was like, well, she don't want the beats. I'm gonna see if I can rap on them. Right. So I remember being in the shower and I'm whistling and soap everywhere. And so words just started coming. And then I started reaching out to other gospel rap artists. I'm like, what gives you your content? What gives you what you put on wax? And it was like your life. Right. Your life, whatever you go through, whatever you've been through, this is your means to be able to get out to the public what you've been through, what Christ has been to you. So I was like, wow. So I started thinking about all the different times God brought me out of things. I started thinking about when I was in New Orleans and I was robbed and kidnapped. I made a song about that. I started, thinking about all kinds of different things that I can look back and see how God carried me from glory to glory to glory. And I wrote it down. And that's basically how it started. Right. That's how it started. And I was like, wow, I had no clue. And I said, okay, if I'm going to do this, why am I doing this? What's the reason, Lord? Okay, if this is what you called me to do, if this is one of the things you called me to do, so I want y'all to get that, because a lot of times we get stuck in that one thing, but sometimes God is calling you to do multiple things,
right?
So I was like, what's the reasoning? And then I started searching my heart and I started thinking, I said, all those people in New Orleans, when I was on the drill team, they sold time, they sold effort, they sold their finances into me. So because my mom, she couldn't get me to the Congress. She couldn't afford all these uniforms and patches and all of this stuff. You know, my mom was struggling to pay the bills. So it was the church, it was the leadership, it was the directors, it was the members in the church that was given to the team.
Right.
And making possibilities and opportunities for me, you know. So I was like, wow, you know, okay, Lord, so this is why you want me to do this, because you want me to let others know that with the opportunities I've been given, you want me to give back.
Right.
So I'm doing Christian rap to give back. I'm doing Christian rap to give back to kids, where so many have given to me coming up in the Desire Project in New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm doing Christian rap to give back to communities, for the communities that took care of me when I was in New Orleans and different things like that. So basically, my reason for doing Christian rap and how I all got started was most definitely divinely inspired, you know, and I thank God for that, you know, and in the levels and the different places that he's brought me. It's no way I could have even fathomed that God was going to have me working with the likes of Trey 9 and these guys here. I met them through Trey 9 and you, and to use this platform to be able to give back to an institution or organization that has sold so much into my life.
Right.
That has provided me with the disciplines that I have that I can transfer to my child. Okay. You know, so that's how I started, and it's a beautiful thing, man. And I wouldn't give it up for the world until God said, okay, that's enough, do something else. Right.
Okay, so if you just now join us, we're talking about, you know the drill teen event is going to be on June the 25th at the Fallbrook Church. Use entry number 1 to get in. We have guests is going to be Servant, Free and Mercy, D-Boy 504, and the Jesus Boys movement. Y'all know Two Crunk. We were talking about, he told us how he got started. So I'm gonna flip it over to you guys. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
What's up, man? My name's Mercy. Oh yeah. So
it'll pick up both of them. Put it back. Okay.
Bet. So my name's Mercy. Want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, I'm Free. What's going on?
Yeah. Make sure you look at that camera when the red lights in.
Yes,
yeah, we got you. Okay, so tell us how you got started. You go first, and you come
on. I think I was about 14 or 15 when I had went to my first CHH concert, and really it touched me, bro, because I came from the street life. I came from hustling. I came from that so-called gangster life, you know, that everybody wants to live. But I seen a new way. Like, I was going through a lot of stuff in my life at the time that God was really making ways for me in my life to set me up to where I am today. Like, I look back and I'm like, everything he set in place. I think I was 14 or 15 when I really got introduced to a personal relationship with God versus just knowing of God. At that time, that's when I started, like, I asked God, you know, what do you want me to do? Like, I get serving and everything. I served in the church for about 2 years straight. And I went hard for the Lord, but then I said, Lord, how can I make a difference? Like, how can I do it? And I just remember the first thing that I went to was a Christian hip hop show. And I was like, all right, I'm going to step into this. You know, if this is my will, open the doors for me. And bro, after that, God just opened up every door that needed to be open for me to be able to make it to where I'm at.
Right. Now, before I get to you, so this is a general question for all of y'all. So it seems relative to music. We're just talking about music. People start out and they got skills, you know, they go hard, but they start out with the Christian rap. That's what we call it. Mm-hmm. And then they realize ain't a whole bunch of bread in this here.
Yeah.
And then they flip. But everybody is not gonna be because God makes room for your gift.
Yes.
And he puts people in your way to, just like when we went, for instance, let me prove it. When we were putting together this thing, he birthed it through me.
Yes.
I made one phone call and all of y'all are here.
Yeah. Amen.
So God positions people for, you know, I don't want to be too churchy, but that's the truth. He does. So I can understand as an artist how hard it is to stay focused on, you know, because, hey, when you get to Christian rap, yeah, I know the girls might not be there, but they ain't coming like they would, you know, if you understand, if you're doing secular stuff.
For sure.
So as an artist, how hard is it to maintain staying with the Christian Christian flavor as opposed to flipping to secular? Answer that for me, go.
Man, I would say, it really just depends on the person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on where their heart is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you actually doing it for?
Yeah.
Are you trying to be, a superstar or be famous and stuff? Or are you trying to like give back? You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, I think that's a different answer for everybody.
Right. So,
Yeah.
do they go into the game? Do they go into the game automatically thinking, I'm gonna be the next big whoever? I'm the next Travis Scott.
There
Do
are
they
some.
go in initially thinking that?
Well, let me just say this. I know a few that got into the game because, let's say, they were inspired to do so by someone else, and they may have been in a situation of incarceration or something like that, where a lot of times when your back is up against the wall and you have bars in front of you, you have nothing but God to turn to.
Yeah.
And you're being ministered to or whatever. Then you get out. And when you get out, you're so happy and you're free. And it's like, wow, let me, pay my homage to God, But then as life goes on, because life will go on, then you have the temptations that come.
Yep.
You have the temptations that come. You have the old friends that come or what have you. So if I was to say anything about that, as far as that, for that type of person that's coming out of incarceration or their back being up against the wall, a lot of times, you have to be careful of who you hang with and stay in that word. That's the only way you're going to make it.
Right.
And let's just say for somebody in my situation who was inspired by music, who was inspired by people like these guys, the Trey 9, the Vine Wine, the 007, the Gifted, the Flamethrower, for me coming in just being inspired, what I can say will help me. Okay, I didn't come in for money. The reason I didn't come in it for money is because I spoke to God and I was like, okay, Lord, why am I doing this? Why are you sending me this way? And my motivation was to give back.
Yeah.
To give
Straight
back
up.
to, even though I'm not in New Orleans, but I'm giving back to community because it was a community who raised me.
Yep.
It wasn't
Amen.
just my mama.
Yep.
It wasn't just my sister. It was the pastor. It was the deacons. It was people in the church that helped me get drill team uniforms when my parents didn't have the money. And I was like, this is a community where I could take everything that I've been through in New Orleans and wrap it up and put it in bundles of music and get with organizations like Hip Hop Hope with Trey 9. That's why I met all these guys. These guys hit the street hard.
Right.
We do prayer walks. We do everything.
Right.
I
see that.
And it's a beautiful thing. But as far as the money side that you talk about and the fame or whatever, we have to say, what would Jesus do? Did Jesus go for the fame?
No.
Did Jesus go for the fortune or whatever? I mean, I believe Jesus had some bank. I mean, I believe they had, had a little something to do what they had to do for the church and for the evangelism ministries they was doing out back in the day or whatever. But at the same time, I think Jesus was straight up about that life, that street life, reaching the lost.
A lot of times when you guys go out, collective, when you guys go out, there's not a monetary value.
Oh, no.
A lot of times people just say, hey, like our event, hey, this is a chance for you to express your gift. So I think a lot of times that would me being because I have a business, so we do a lot of events for churches, for nonprofits, where it's not about the money.
Right.
But let me make myself clear. It has to be spoke to me.
Correct.
To, hey, they need a photo booth over there. It's a nonprofit. You know what? Hey, I'm not gonna give you no 4 hours, but I can come over there and bring that 360 photo booth for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because of that, we don't want for nothing. We my family, we follow Malachi. We give above our tithes in our offers. And a lot of times, and let me say this might help somebody. A lot of times, when you give, according to what the Bible says, you expect to receive monetary because Malachi speaks of that. But it's not monetary because he says, I'll pour out, and you receive blessings. The blessings are not specific as to what they are.
Yeah.
They're specific to the blessings. Yeah. So when I give, I don't worry about my lights, my water, my gas. They ain't never wanted for nothing.
That's going to be taken care of.
It's all that's going to be taken care of. So you had something to say about the monetary part.
Yes,
go, sir.
Yeah, I think, just in everything, whether it be ministry, whether it be music, whether it be life, it's just money comes into it's a mindset that everyone has since we were kids. You know, we all knew that money was something of value.
Yeah.
But I feel like he said it before, as artists, you know, if we're going to come up here, if we're going to rap about God, if we're going to talk about this and rep this, we got to walk it out in our everyday life. And a man that walks it out and has a good, righteous character, one that's got set for God's heart, will understand that, you know, the money's cool. It comes, but it'll come when God has it ready to come. Like there's been shows where we went out of our own paycheck, spent every dime we had to go out there, not expecting nothing, but God made way for us. Always, every time, no matter what. You know, he opens every door we need every time we need it.
Right.
It's
That's
crazy.
a blessing.
And honestly, with Hip Hop Hope, there is a monetary value that's set up for artists that come out and do outreaches.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times I turn it down because God has blessed me enough to be able to, you know, have a nice ride. And, and if you look at, you know, some of the secular artists out there, you know, I got the bling bling and all of that. So God has been so.
I need to get that too, by the way.
Yeah, so God has been so good to me, you know, and why would I take away from a nonprofit organization that's trying to help these kids when they could take that money and buy hamburgers and use for gas to get these kids to these outreach events and stuff like that.
Right now,
so it goes back to the heart. One of y'all said, I think Free said it goes back to the mind and the heart of the person. And that is what's going to decipher whether or not they're vulnerable, you know, to the first money opportunity chance on the secular side.
It's all about maturity, bro. If you're mature in your spirit, you're mature in your character, in your walk, and you know, maturity is having that confidence in your maturity as well, knowing that I can step out into the light, I can step out and do these things and receive this money and know that everything I do with this money or any blessings that I get, know that it can be used for righteousness, not just for personal gain, which a lot of people lose that mindset. They think, oh, well, it's not a tithe, so I can just, you know, use it for what I want. But it's like when we have the characteristics of God, we know what everything is meant for. Everything that he gives us, we know where we're supposed to put it because we've prayed about it already. He said, ask and you shall receive, but those who don't ask, how can you expect anything?
That's real.
So it's like,
and then sometimes I would say this, and this was me being spiritually immature when I was immature. I don't think I knew what to ask for,
man,
or I wasn't really sure. And then that's why before you have to be careful what you ask God for. Yeah. Because sometimes what you asking for, okay, that's what you want. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to you. So let me say this before excuse me, before we go any further. Now, y'all didn't know that I sing. So whenever y'all need somebody to do the hook for y'all, see that, bro. Hey,
come on. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So when y'all need some, right here.
Yeah.
I kind of got that Warren G little flash.
Got that soul vibe.
Yes, sir. So let's talk about when we have the event. Now, so we're gonna talk about the event. Oh, wait, let me bring it. Found the Praise Drill Team.
Oh man.
Hey,
I sent them. Did I send you the video? I think I sent you a video.
I did.
Was it you?
Yeah.
I sent them the video.
So shout out to Tara May, Drill Team Director. So we have one of the best. Drill teams that's going to be there. Found the Praise Drill Team. Shout out to them. We're looking forward to them. Okay, so let's talk about what we can expect from the artist, from you guys, because all I want y'all to do, just do you. Yeah. Because we prayed for 50 to 100 kids. Me personally, if God sends 10, that's the 10 he wanted us to reach.
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that because we always say this, whether it's 5 or 500, we're gonna perform the same way because it don't matter. Like, bro, we here for that one lost sheep. He sent the 99 for the one. I'm here for that one. You know what I mean? Now, if there's more, blessed be the God. But you know, if there's not, praise God at the end. You know what I mean? Count it all joy. Whether there's one person or 500.
Okay, so how long y'all been in the game?
Man, rapping. Or just like ministry, rap. I was a secular rapper for a long time. Like,
what's your secular rap name?
I don't even remember.
You don't even remember. I don't even remember. Block that mess out.
Nah, man, that was when I'm originally from New York, and we used to rap up there. Yeah. I went by Red. That was my name up there, and even when I was doing that kind of rap. like I was a real rapper. I wasn't rapping about stuff I didn't have and stuff I wasn't doing. I was rapping about what I was doing. So when I came to a point in my life where I wasn't doing that stuff no more, I'm like, I'm not gonna rap about it. I'm not gonna make no songs about stuff I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying? So then I moved down to Houston, you know, and we was just, I don't even remember how my mom ended up hooking up with Trey 9, and we ended up going to Fifth Ward Hip Hop Hope. Okay. And I'm just over there serving, you know what I'm saying, like helping with the hot dogs or whatever. And I'm sitting here, I'm listening to some of these dudes rapping, and I'm like, hold up. I said, hold on. I could still be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I could still use my passion, you know what I'm saying? Because music has always been, you know, my passion. I say music raised me to people, you know what I mean? And so it's been since then. I was writing a lot of stuff and never really had any intentions to put it out or even do that stuff, but it just kept coming. I'm just like, all right, God, I'm gonna write it down, you know what I'm saying? And then about going on 2 years now, 2 years ago, something happened and bam, the first song was recorded and here we are today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I will say this. God definitely has called you guys to do it, because a lot of Christian rappers start out and they lose that fire. And that's just Christians, period. People start out in ministry work, and it's not glam and glitter. The people don't participate. The money's not there, and then what that does is it causes you to question God. But what God needs is, and I'm not God, what I'm thinking He needs is people that won't give up, that have stickability. He's called them to.
If I could say something about that just a little bit, it hurts the kids so much. And you know, and that's, it's not just with artists that they like, but if it's a church leader that they look up to, or a drill team captain, or a drill team director that they look up to, that's not holding that blood stain down, banner down like they're supposed to, and then these kids are looking up to these rappers and buying their music and whatever the drill team director say do, they'll do it, you know. And I understand people fall, but at the same time, you got to get back up. I understand that, and we have to encourage them to get back up. But when you just fall all the way to the wayside, I believe as Christians, we supposed to still show them love.
Hey, for real.
And try to love them back in, or whatever. But sometimes that's the hardest thing to do when they don't. It's like they don't want to come back.
Right.
You know, it's like a feeling like they don't want to come back, or maybe they experience some kind of church hurt or something.
And I believe that a lot of, and it ain't throwing shade on churches, but a lot of church hurt is caused because there's a generation gap. You know, for instance, that's why I didn't make this I didn't push drill team out in front. It's the artist that's out in front. Because the music is where we need to reach these kids. You know, so
it influences.
A lot of our churches won't. I remember I was in church in Victoria, where I'm from. This was in 90 something. This church brought some praise dancers down to the church for a Women's Day program. Man, them praise dancers basically lit the church up. Man, them old people at my church, man, was all over them.
They had some of everything.
We're not gonna have none of this, and the people dancing in the church. Wait, you better read the Bible. David danced. What I'm talking about. I mean, so you can't pick part of the Bible. You know, when you want to tell me that I'm acting bad, you want to pick that out and throw it at me. But these, and so they had a bunch of girls over there. So the young ladies that was at our church were saying, basically at the next youth meeting, why are we not doing that? Do you not know they would not allow them kids to do that because y'all couldn't get past them dancing in the church? So that's where we are now. The music has to reach these kids.
And that's what the kids want to hear, man. That's what they want to hear. And if you're going to reach these kids, you got to come to them where they're at.
Not just that, you know, you got to be able to be the part in their life that they feel they don't have. Like with us, you know, with the music that we make, the type of music we make music for the youth, for the next generation, because we truly believe that when we're gone, they're still going to be here, moving on with the same teachings, the same seeds that we dropped in them, you know, or God dropped in them, honestly. You know, they're going to still be producing that fruit, but it's just us going out and planting those seeds. He said the harvest is full, but the
laborers,
laborers,
and that's a big thing is everybody wants to harvest, but they don't want to work.
And see, even
you
going,
do that? When I go to work, they're not going to say, "Hey, we're going to pay you. You chill out. You stay at home." No, you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And the work in you guys' industry is hard work. Yeah, because you up against the twerking, the half-naked women, the videos where everybody making it rain, and everybody everybody thinks that it's about these big time videos where dude got 15 cars in the garage, ain't none of them his. Yeah. They rented out someplace to do the video. Right. He got a stack of $1 bills that they took somewhere to
put $100 on the top.
Made it $100, and you thought, what kind of? Wait a minute, let me tell y'all something.
That's true.
So check this out. True. So I had my photo booth. I had my photo booth at a place over there off somewhere in Fifth Ward, right? So I'm upstairs and so I had these kids on the photo booth. These dudes pulled out. It made me nervous. No, I mean, dude had the money rolling up his arm.
That's how they do it.
So the first thing I'm thinking is who is stupid enough to carry that kind of money? First thing came to my mind was back in the day, I'd put that on.
Let me catch that real quick.
And I was just thinking, man, I'm so glad you say, but it made me nervous. Yeah. But then it prompted me to thinking this is the generation where that's what you all see. Yeah. You want to be this dude that got all of the women, this too shall pass. Yeah. What are you building what are you investing in? Yeah, that's not an investment, because at the end of the day, it's about eternal life. Yep. You're not investing in eternal life. You're investing in secular things. So, shout out to every Christian artist, Christian rapper that's investing in putting the work in and pouring into these kids. Yeah, because that gives you eternal gain.
I truly believe, bro, that it comes down to having a solid foundation. Right. God said that He will shake the foundation, and those who are not in His will fall. Right. You know what I mean? So I truly believe that it comes down to it for a lot of these artists who, because I've been in the CHH industry for going on 7 years now. I'm 19, but I came into the industry real young because of the connections I made when I came to Christ. Right. So it's like I've seen a lot of guys who have came into the industry for whatever reason, and without building off a solid foundation, they fell off. Right. And it's happened to hundreds of guys that I've seen come through. But I've seen those who do have a solid foundation, those who stay in their words, stay in fellowship, stay around good influence, which plays a big part in our walk, in my walk as well, because I'm easily influenced. I can get influenced by the world real quick, but I know that if I'm surrounded by my brother, if I'm surrounded by those who are going to encourage me, who are going to mentor me, that's where I really believe where the change really happens, bro. I truly believe, people that have that structure, that foundation won't fall. Because how can you fall on the word of God? Right. It says word will never come back void.
Right. And there is an analogy in the Bible about the houses that was built.
Yeah.
So the Bible does speak of that. Yep. So it all goes back to, I'm not gonna bash parents. But Danny can speak to this, like the drill team ministry. Let's talk about that. I seen a time. I remember I went to Congress in 1990 something when it was in Dallas when the people drowning. So I'm there. I'm watching. They had 70 teams go in front of the judges, and now we would, I think 2019. It might be 20 something. So there is a great fall away. Yeah. And the Bible speaks of that. So what I try to do is I don't want to be the one to point a finger and say it's the parents, it's that, because it's multiple things. But one thing that we got to do is as believers is we got to do like you guys are doing. Reach them if we can't reach them where they are, when the only thing you can come and tell me is, hey man, they need to pull their pants up. Them kids ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah,
that's all. When I was a youth director at a church, I ain't calling church's name. You coming to me and tell them, only thing you got to tell them, hey man, you need to tell them pull their pants up. You tell that girl no, you go tell them. Yeah. The reason why I can talk to these kids is because I had a relationship with them. Yeah. They wasn't just talking to me. I wasn't just talking to them every time I was coming to, throw you under the bus. I'm talking to you. Hey, what them grades look like? Yeah. I'm talking to their parents. Hey, is this joke been because I'll tell them in a minute. Hey, dude, your mama told you disrespectful. When church over, I'm going to take you behind this building. We're going to see if you got hands. Straight up. Yeah. But what it did was
that's that kind of respect they understand.
Yeah. What it did was it allowed me to have a relationship with them, and even to this day.
That's right.
I still get calls from kids that, hey man, I was just checking to see how you doing, man. I tell you this, Cameron, shout out to Cameron. I was doing something and Cameron called me, say, man, hey, what you doing? I'm sitting, I was in Montgomery County doing something. He say, man, I just want to let you know that you influenced me.
Man,
I just boohooed and cried because I didn't see it then. I'm not the type of person that, plant a seed and let me see what's gonna happen. No, I planted a seed and walked off because that's what it says for me to do.
Yeah.
So you guys are planting the seeds, and those seeds will grow.
That's
those
right.
those seeds will come back to you.
That's right.
The blessings will come back to you.
That's right.
So I want to encourage y'all. I want to encourage everybody that's in your field to don't be discouraged when the money is not there. When you show up and they say it's 1,000 people and it's only 10 people there, don't be discouraged. Hey, go hard, like you said.
Right.
Whether it's 10 or whether it's 10,000.
That's right.
Yeah. So
and if I could say anything about what you were just expounding on, as far as reaching the kids where they are, on my day-to-day, I work in the school industry or what have you, and I work in the IT arena where I'm working on the computers, making sure everybody's computers work. So beside all of that, a lot of times when I'm walking through the hallways, I try not to say too much because I'm not a teacher and they have disciplinarians for that. So I try to stay in my lane when it comes to computers. But if you need your computer fixed and you come to my office, it's on, and it's gonna be straight ministry. Right. So I'm walking around the school and I can see the troublemakers. I can see the ones that standing in the hallway because they causing disruption in the class or whatever. And I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, how can I use IT and what I'm doing on a daily basis to help these kids? Because I want to tell them something, but I don't want to get in trouble with my job or stepping out of my lane. And so when the kids, the teacher report them having computer issues, I say instead of me just going to class and swapping the laptop, let me have them come to my office or whatever. And maybe I could have, especially the trouble ones. So when they come in, like I start talking to them, what's going on? They be like, all right. I said, what's going on with your computer? Oh, it's this, that. Then I start joking with them. You broke it? You stepped on it? They say no. Then they start laughing, and then I'll be like, okay, all right, well, I say, I'm gonna take care of it. And I'll say, have a seat. And when they have a seat, I ask them, I'd be like, okay, so what's going on with you? And they'd be like, what you mean? I'd be like, everything all right? While I'm working, everything all right? And then they start telling me, well, I got a lot going on at home, and I'd be like, what's going on at home? And it was like, my mom, my dad, or my sister, I'm going through this, and I'd be in there, but I'm gonna be all right though. And then I talk to them. So that's developing a bond that they probably don't get at home or get in the classroom. You see what I'm saying? And then by the time I give them another computer, we shaking hands, and I'm like, man, just keep your head up. And this that little moment, of encouragement changed their whole, changed a lot because now they feel like this man cares. Right. So when they see me in the hallway, they're like, what's up, Mr. Cook? Because they feel like they know me, right? And we share a moment to where they got to know me, I got to know them, and that's what it's going to take in ministry for us to reach these kids, because a lot of times as gospel rap artists, when we leave off the stage, the next place we going is in the crowd. Yep, we're going in the crowd, making ourselves available. When you go to these secular rap artists events, they're on the stage. Yeah. They got that bank. Most of the time, they're not hitting the stage until they get that bank. Yep. And then soon as if you ain't paid for VIP, you ain't going backstage or whatever. We going in the audience, giving them information because they need to know how to get to access this music so they can listen to it. Yeah, so that's the difference, and that's what it's going to take to reach these kids.
Okay. So again, everybody who's just now joining us, we're talking about our event that's going to be on June the 25th. You know the drill. We have these major artists going to be in there. So if guys want to book you guys, how do they book you?
Through social media definitely is the easiest way to reach out to me, or my email, bookmercy@gmail.com, but Mercy spelled MXRCY. Okay. Or you can reach us on Instagram or Facebook. My Instagram's official_MXRCY.
You can find me on everything. I am free 716.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can find me on Instagram, _BOI_504. I'm on Facebook under DBoy504, just the letters DBOI5IVE, the 0 FOUR on Facebook. And if you go to YouTube, I'm on there. Just put in D-Boy 504. I have a couple of videos that I've done within the last year. I have a video called Blessings that I'm very proud of. And I have a video that I've done with Little Roddy called Maserati. And it's basically just talking about you looking at the ride, but our mind far from that, though. We ride with Christ. Our luxury is paid for.
Yeah, he tried to get crunk right there.
Fire.
Yeah.
That, and
hey, look, now, I want you to be that crunk when it's time for me, when you holler at me to do that hook. Go back.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep saying that.
and then also check out Free. They got a dope video called Breaching the Darkness. Man, you could go on YouTube and put in what is Free.
I am free 716.
I am free
right
716. Breaching the Darkness. Watch that video. I'm telling you, it's crunk.
They don't even know we got another one.
Yeah, we about to drop How I Roll too. It should be out on the 1st.
Wait. Let me drop this in. So, you know, back in the 90s when I was watching, they would have somebody, you know, like Run DMC.
Yeah.
You know, this I'm the king of rock. I want to be the dude that I'm the king of rock. Higher.
Oh, he wants to be the hype man.
It's a fire. Yeah. Y'all got any openings for that?
Hey,
I can do that.
At the event, come on.
Hey, you know it right there.
Right there.
There it
Come on.
Hey, do I need to get my attire right?
Hip hop.
Y'all gotta help me with my
You
game.
gotta color your hair. That's it.
I ain't got no hair, so what I gotta do?
I got a gold Cuban link.
Yeah, there you
Raw.
go.
Hey, wipe me down, y'all.
Rolex on.
Yeah, okay. So, hey,
So me and Two Crunk, this is the last pitch. Me and Two Crunk for Jesus is recording a video next week at the Bounce. So maybe I could get you in that thing.
okay, shout out to Two Crunk. Yeah, he gonna be there too. Jesus Boys. Okay,
yes.
so
Don't forget about the servant.
Servant couldn't be here. He has some stuff going on. We're not gonna say what it is, but we do want y'all to pray for him.
Yeah.
So call his name out.
Yeah.
He's going through something right now, so we're not gonna put it out there, but we just got word of that.
Yeah.
So if you can encourage, we're gonna go around and encourage somebody that might be dealing with something, might be an artist. Let's talk about that. They want to get into the game, but they don't know how to do it. They're unsure. Go around and tell them what you give them some encouragement. Go around the room. Go. Yes, sir. You don't mind.
Man, I would say just do it. Jump off the cliff, take the chance. You know what I'm saying? If you feel God calling you on your spirit to do music and to do ministry and reach these kids, man, do it. Reach out to people. Don't be ashamed to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? The people that you do know. If you don't know anybody, get to know them. Hit them on social media. Tell them, hey, I'm trying to get in the game. What's some advice? Take whatever you can. Reach out to us. That's what I would do.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Definitely my thing is towards the younger generation that wants to step into the industry, because I know how hard it is for them to take younger cats seriously in the industry. So honestly, like he said, stay with it. Don't give up. Don't allow what other people tell you. If people are calling you trash, people telling you can't do this, you can't do that, don't let none of them. If God's telling you to do it, can't nobody or what nobody says affect what God has over your life. So keep with it. Keep strong with it, bro, and don't give up. That's the biggest thing. Don't give up. Right. Just in the faith, in the industry, and whatever you do in life, don't give up.
Right.
If I was to say anything, and for someone who's inspiring to be Christian rap artist, I would say get plugged in. Do what Free did. Come to Hip Hop Hope.
Right. Get
plugged in with Mariah. Yeah. Comment if you're interested in getting your Christian rap game started off. Leave a comment. Leave a comment below, and we'll reach out to you. Get you plugged in with Mariah, and that's Hip Hop Hope's happening every week. North, South, East, and West Houston.
Every day.
Every day. And we can get you plugged in, listen to your content, make sure everything's straight, you know what I'm saying? And you can get plugged in. That's how I got plugged in. I got plugged in, and honestly, once I started getting plugged in with Hip Hop Hope and the flyers and everything started being created, and everything like that, that's how I met Trey 9, and that's how Hip Hop Hope was influential in my career. Because Trey 9 through Hip Hop Hope, he spoke at my album release that was in January. Yeah. So and then people started getting to know me a whole lot more through Hip Hop Hope and started booking me, just for being affiliated with Hip Hop Hope. And I get a chance to spill all of my gifts. I can pray for people. I can rap to people. I can minister to people. I mean, everything's there. So I would suggest for somebody who's trying to get started, if you're in the Houston area, get tied into with Hip Hop Hope and leave a comment, and we'll reach out to you and get you connected.
Okay. All right. So we want to thank you guys for coming out for your time. And we definitely want to see you next week.
I can't wait.
We want y'all give them that work. That's all.
You're gonna be our hype man on the.
We'll talk about that off the air.
No, you already said it.
Before you leave, I want to know if any of y'all got something like a little something.
Oh yeah,
y'all can spit to the people.
Don't give me
anybody got a little something y'all can spit to the people.
That's all you, bro.
Hey, go, man. It's on you, bro.
Look
at the camera. Go. Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
You got it.
I'm gonna go first.
Go. It's on you, bro.
No, I don't need to.
Take an old school to pen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just let you know. I'm still praying to God, for that freestyle gift. God having it's like
it makes
it's like when you praying for the spirit to come into you. You have to ask God for it. And I've been asking God for a long time, Lord, please bless me with this. Because I see cats freestyling, but it's
amazing, ain't it?
It's amazing, man, to come off the dome like that. But what I'm gonna do is just give y'all some of my material, not a whole lot, but just a little something from one of my verses. You see us up in that whip, my wife is making that top flip. Only Jesus music on our lip, looking like we won a championship. My wife tell me, Danny boy, hit the gas, I'm mashed down, feeling like I'm in another class. It ain't about that though. When you see us pass, we're riding with Jesus Christ gravitational mass. He pull on us and we pull back. Blessings fall down, that's a major fact. Blessings fall down, got to counteract. Devil around the corner trying to counterattack. Come around here, ain't gonna catch the blues. Jesus in the back getting major views. Outside looking in, wanna walk in my shoes. Truth eternal life, don't get him confused. Off the chain, I ain't stutter. Right with Christ, there is no other. We 5 deep, my right free and me. Plus the Holy Trinity. Luxury, mercy, I'm saved by his grace, I'm in custody. Luxury, mercy, I'm saved by his grace, I'm in custody. I'm a road dog all the time. I'm riding with Christ on my mind. I'm a road dog all the time. Ride with Christ all the time. I'm a road dog all the time. Ride with Christ all the time. We are road dog all the time. Ride with Christ on our mind.
Wow.
Hey.
Now wait. Hey, I will go next, but I'm gonna let these guys have it. I'm gonna give y'all the game. Go ahead, man. It's on you, bro. Spit something for me.
You go first. I'll go.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm like you too. I used to be a secular rapper, so it's still hard for me to freestyle without.
Look at the camera and get the people.
But yeah. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I'm free, but I ain't always been like that. Used to run the streets fast lane, roll deep, creep slow, kick dough where the lights at. After that nightcap, I was cool with the enemy gave me. All the evil intentions I won't get to mention. I ain't gonna glorify crazy. All the conditional love from thugs. Ain't know what it was. Gang banging in Hades. All of the lonely nights. I thought to myself, these demons, they gonna break me. They gonna take me down to the darkest of pits. Places there's no escaping. Mind always racing. Trying to tune in, but I can't find a station. Drowned in temptations, but look how he grabbed me. Start using my passion. They said, look at his clothes that he wear. He do it for fashion. Yeah, I told him I'm the real deal, baby. Was like this before I was rapping. And no, I ain't capping. Hey, I'm ready for action. But yo, see what I'm asking? Say, when was the last time you prayed? Hey, when was the last time you called out to God and screamed, I need to be saved? Say, no, you ain't got to behave. He gonna meet you right there where you at. Just call on his name and tell him the game ain't for me, and I want to repent. Just look how I'm coming. Yo.
Man.
Mercy.
Mercy on the mic. Hold up. Look. See, he set me free. I used to think that I knew everything. I was 14, just a little teen. I was fiending on so many other things. Now I'm really fiending for the king. Man, he set me free, so I had to drop to my knees. Now he showed me everything that I need. Not I want, because everything that I really want ain't in his will. So I got to do what everything that he telling me. See, I'm telling people that they really need mercy, compassion, forgiveness. That's how we walk in his wardens.
Hey, so for those of y'all tuning in, that's just a brief taste of what y'all finna get next Saturday, 9 to noon. Be there, pull up, come through, that's just a brief taste of what y'all gonna get. We got Free Mercy, D-Boy 504, the Jesus Boys Movement, and Servant. That's gonna be at Fallbrook Church. That is 12512 Walters Road, use entry 1, 9 a.m. to noon. Shout out to Found the Praise. Drill team going to be there.
Man,
so, hey, you guys, what I need y'all to do, if you're watching this video, it's going to be on YouTube. Share it on all your social media outlets. Thank you guys for coming in, and give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll talk to y'all later. Thank you.